My husband's away on a business trip, not far away, just for 24 hours. He should be here at 4:00 this morning. I don't like to stay home alone. The whole day with my mother went shopping, came home at 8 p.m. very tired. Decided to sleep a little, and then something to cook. Around midnight, I woke up from stomping in the entryway, as if a well-drunk woman on heels with iron heels climbing up the aisles, making great efforts to do so. It reminded me of Erelash, where the monument on a horse followed a guy up the stairs. I'm lying, waiting for this lady to get to her house, and she took and stood on my span, as it seemed to me. Right next to the door, we have a small studio. The bed opposite the front door stands, and the entrances have motion sensors. And when someone goes to the floor, the lights on the floor come on, and you can tell by the door. Peephole. I see that the light didn't come on, and it's quiet, as if nothing had happened. Just when I wanted to close my eyes, the phone rang. My grandfather at midnight decided to ask how I was doing. He said, I wanted to visit you. Isn't it late? I answered him that. Of course. I'm looking forward to it. And it began to dawn on me. What guests? Grandfather in the regional center in the hospital for the second week. Is in the hospital, was not going home. With my mother spoke only today on this topic. He was supposed to be transferred to another hospital, so there's no way he could come to visit me today. He doesn't suffer from marasmus. I asked him, when did you get here? And he said, just today, not long ago. I am dumbfounded. None of the facts that I know. I do not agree. His voice began to seem strange to me. We talked a little more. He wished me good night and passed out, and I'm not gonna sleep. I decided to go for a smoke. I got up, quietly took cigarettes with a lighter, and went to the bathroom, and the entrance to the bathroom. And the entrance to the bathroom is just close to the front door. When my eyes got used to the darkness, I saw my cat in a stay away or it will be worse pose, facing the door to the entrance. I stood up too. He's looking at the door. I'm looking at him. I could only hear the clock ticking and some other sound. It seemed like a long time before I realized that there was actually someone standing behind the door, breathing noisily, as if there was a problem with their lungs. I stare at the door in utter bewilderment, fear starting to set in. I took a step back, and at that moment, something hit the door with force. The cat went under the bunk, and my legs were sweating. Literally, in a moment, from behind the door, a question in a pleasant female voice. Girl, you believe in God? I think, well, you've done your time, girl. And I have 2 icons hanging above my door. Something of protection from people with negative thoughts about me. I do not know exactly. The peddlers brought them to work. They advertised them well, so I bought them. I look up at them and ask, for some reason very loudly, well, what the hell is this shit? You don't know, my defenders. And from behind the door, there's a nasty laugh. He, and then, well, I'll come to you through the balcony then. And again, the same stomping. But it seems to be heading down to the street, and the light in the entrance still does not turn on. I felt nauseous, standing there thinking, what to do? I can't think of anything. I woke up when the cat crawled to the balcony, as if hunting someone. I jumped to the door, tore off one icon together with a nail, and raced to the balcony. I put it on the floor right by the door, then ran to the kitchen window. But what was the use? The icons were gone. I remembered that I should swear in such a situation. I stood there, swearing like a cobbler, but nothing happened. No one breaks into me. No one asks stupid questions. Young people are sitting in the street near the house across the street, talking in a crowd. But I can't hear any sounds from the street. We have 5. Chamber double. Glazed windows. I'm watching the cat. He calmed down, came over, rubbed his legs, purred something and went to his bowl. I decided that since the cat calmed down, I should do the same. But I couldn't move. I stood there for 10 minutes without moving. My body didn't obey my brain. Then I went all the same smoke, opened the window, and there is some kind of panic. Young people yelling something incomprehensible, dogs howling, yard cats screaming as if cutting them. Alarms on all cars parked in the yard, one after another, triggered. I glanced at my cat and slammed the window shut. It's not my problem anymore.